in principle of Alpine.
Ollie, thanks very much for your time at testing. I know obviously it's very busy, you've got lots of cars, so you're watching out of track. Oh, there's
Only
nothing
one
out of
car.
track. Yeah, exactly. Ollie, let's talk about this time last year. I know you weren't at the team, but it was a much more difficult period of time. You joined them, things have got better. I don't know if there's a coincidence there, but how are you feeling about things building into that period and where you are right now?
Yeah, I mean, look, obviously, I keep saying it, but it's hard for me to judge before I was there because, I didn't really know too much about what was going on. But from the moment I arrived in the team, there's a real strong spirit anyway. They were trying to turn things around and, I dare say they sort of made me look good the second half of the year. But actually, it was clear to see how motivated everybody was from the tough start at the beginning of the year. And then to sort of not just bring an upgrade and turn things around, but also to dig deep and really work as a team, which was really good to see.
Are you already seeing quite seismic changes back at the factory and things that you started to put in place probably 5, 6, 7 months ago, or at least when you started, that you're starting to see the fruits of it coming through?
Maybe. I mean, it's still a bit of getting used to that. Obviously, you always want to move quicker. I'm a little bit impatient. I work with Flav as well, so he's the same. Probably together we're very pushy. But no, I think, look, you can already see inside the team, just we're in a good place. There's everyone's sort of motivated. I think it's an exciting year coming up in F1. It's last year of these regulations. We've got one eye to 26 as well. And we want to continue where we left off last year. And you can see, I think those results, obviously Brazil, everyone's going to be happy it was a double podium, but I think actually Qatar and Abu Dhabi, where we were in that fight sort of right at the front of the midfield, and everyone was getting behind that, which was great.
Hear a lot of people talking about the midfield's getting closer, that's closer than the top 4, and then you've got 26 on the horizon. Is it still realistic to feel like you can close the gap this year on the top 4?
I'm a little bit humble. I always think, that's going to be difficult. I think throughout these regulations, sort of some teams who stole the march. I think obviously McLaren did make that jump. I think Aston did then sort of fell back a little bit. So I think you're always hopeful that you are going to get a bit closer, but I'm a little bit more pragmatic that I think, we want to do a good job. We want to produce a good car. I think our main sort of focus for this year is starting off well from the beginning of the season. I think the sort of, I don't want to say drama, but a little bit of the disappointment beginning of last year, that took a lot of energy from the team, and we had to really work hard last year to catch up. And I think what we're hoping this year is we can keep our heads down and sort of start off on the right footing.
Now, I know you've got tons of experience working with young drivers, and Pierre and Jack, I think you've got obviously 2 at very different parts of their career. Are you feeling like Pierre, let's start with him, is really driving the team forward and using that experience? Can you see that?
Yeah, I mean, I think, to be fair, even last year with Pierre and with Esteban, from the moment I arrived, it was clear to see both drivers are a big part of sort of mucking in with the team, from that difficult start of the season. And I think, that was part of the turnaround. They pushed everyone, they got behind what we were doing. And I think Pierre, in particular, we saw that sort of second half of the year just, he was absolutely brilliant. And I've said it a few times, he's really impressed me in those real high-pressured situations where, okay, we can be at the sharp end, but you need to sort of deal with everything that's thrown at you. And I think he's done that amazingly, and it's great to have him in the team.
And talking at things that are thrown at you, I feel like Jack's doing a great job so far this year as well.
Yeah, I mean, I feel for him quite a lot at the moment. I mean, he's getting a bit of flack, and it's not fair. At the end of the day, he's getting his debut in F1. I mean, he's had his debut in Abu Dhabi, but it's his first sort of full year, and I think it's been a quiet winter. So everybody, obviously, that's been a news story. And Franco, he's a popular kid as well, so people want to see him in the car. But I think from my side, it's really good to have Jack with us. He's come through our academy. He did a good job in Abu Dhabi, and it sort of even this morning he, hit the ground running straight away. So, and I think, credit to him as well, because he's sort of just shutting all that noise out and getting on with it, which is really good.
And talking of this morning, I know it's only half a day of testing so far, but so far so good?
Yeah, I mean, it's always hard to judge, sort of thinking that early, and people say, "Oh, what's your predictions?" Like, we've done 50 laps.
Wait, mate, you predict that, yeah?
Yeah, round Bahrain, it's been a bit breezy, but no, it was a good morning, and obviously credit to everyone across Enstone and Viry, because we turned out a good car on time. It's run faultlessly today during the filming day, and that always helps as well. I think obviously, I guess it's slightly different as well because these regulations have been stable for a while, so it's sort of business as usual. But it is good to have a smooth morning.
And just talking about the mood of the team and kind of bringing full circuit, it does feel like it's been rejuvenated over the winter. I know those results in Brazil help, but it feels like they believe again almost.
Yeah, I mean, it's sort of hard to say from my position. Someone's saying today, this is great, we've got a real buzz. And I was thinking, well, it's the first day of the season, there should be a buzz. But obviously, I wasn't here before. And I think it is difficult, isn't it? When you probably had a few sort of punches thrown at you and everyone's got an opinion. There's a lot of people who are experts in what we should and shouldn't do. I think it's great for the team to just come out and prove, look, we're a good racing team. We're here to try and compete. I think obviously F1 is getting super competitive. I think as well there's a lot of emotions. I mean, we just saw that at the launch event with sort of who's your fan, who's your villain. I think for us as a team, we've had a few bits of noise that probably didn't help that situation. But I think it's really good to see now how united we are. And I think it's a great team as well, across Enstone and Viri. Everything that's gone on, I've never had to once grab everyone together and rally them. They've always been motivated.
Yeah. Awesome, Ollie. Well, I'm looking forward to what the season holds in store for you. Thanks very much for your time.
Thanks. Like your chat.
Yeah, thank you very much for him. He gave us a lot of, informations. Everyone has hope, from his car, and also he is so optimistic for their car for this season. And so he just talked about a little bit for the past season for the 2024, but he didn't give so much information. Just he was saying I was not here and I can say nothing because I don't know how it was difficult or something like that. And also he's very optimistic with Jack. They gave him seat, but let's say, and also they did like 15 laps there or maybe more, and they have a hope and they are optimistic to start this season in a good place, not like last season they were struggling at the beginning of the season, but we will see are they going to improve or maybe they will focus in 2026. It's maybe early to say this, to focus for 2026, but next year we will have the new regulations, maybe after the middle of the season. And some teams maybe just will leave this season and maybe they will try to improve their 2026 car, but as I said, it's too early. And also tomorrow we need to watch. Also on Friday we will watch the pre-season testings and to wait the first race, and I think we will see on the first race what is going on. Just don't forget to like the video, comment it and subscribe to the channel.